Breaking news! By that I mean breaking news! I can't really stream at the moment because it's still early in the morning, so I'm just starting to have some enthusiasm to this, but yeah, as of recently... Shut up, let me see at the time cloud. It's past 8 seconds, so yeah, shit is going down, okay? First off, YouTube did a theme where you tend to say a swear word in the first 8 to 12 seconds. Hence why I waited until the time card when it took past probably 10. Second of all, if you're near Arizona, Texas, or any other border state, you might as well buy some locks and fireproof anything because, yep, Mexico and the Mexican government and the drug cartels are not war. And I'm like, the past few times, this one is massive. 50 cars being shot in the sky trying to shoot down private, not private, but public transportation. I saw the videos. Children in the airplanes cowering in fear. It's kind of heartbreaking. And then, of course, the whole incident was caused because of what's his face's son got caught or something and was sent to jail. So now, as of now, probably another maybe 65 miles or so until the cartels gave the Mexican government a time card that if they don't release his son in this time frame, yeah, looks like I might go national or continental, in which I don't want that. This is massive, mostly because it's the beginning of the new year, so I guess I was wrong from my predictions in the last video. Turns out this new year isn't going to start out so well. It started out well, but now it's going straight into the shitter. Yep. So if you are in Arizona or Texas or any other border states, keep your rifle by your side with plenty of ammunition, because now they're threatening that they might go upward, north. And if any of you actually learn about geology or whatever, I don't bloody care. Going north means they're going to go straight to us. I'm trying to put this in simple terms because some people cannot connect the dots. They're just so dumbfounded by things that they don't think that a bunch of drug cartels could actually invade us. It's not too impossible, but let's keep an eye on the border even more so than usual, especially because for the past 2 years, hundreds upon thousands, maybe even millions of illegals were coming straight through Texas and Arizona. And I don't think they were all children, because last time I checked, children don't have 5 o'clock shadows and weigh over 255 pounds. Unless they're fat. But no, seriously, this is serious. It's basically an invasion. I'm just gonna state it. It's an invasion. It's been an invasion since probably 2 years ago, and it's going to keep on going until old Brandon actually does something, which he won't. This Sunday, he said he's going to go to the border. Granted, I don't think he's not going to the actual border. I think he's just going to go there for 5 seconds, get an ice cream cone, and go back to his basement for like the 11th time. Because he doesn't actually help people. What we do need is a military-like operation. Because whenever a neighboring country starts in a civil war, and that might go continental, usually that goes continental. The little stuffer we had in 1861, that went continental. the little thing going on in, I mean, the things that went on over in Europe. Ugh, yeah. The whole Russian thing in 1919 that almost went continental if it wasn't for the Polish. And of course, World War One, World War Two, many other stuff going on. So yeah, we need the military involved, and by that I mean actual military people. I don't mean Kelly or Melly or whatever his bloody name is. I don't mean transgender soldiers. We need actual soldiers. Actual men and women who have the strength, the knowledge, the battle experience, and of course, actual weapons. Not little handcuffs or little batons like over in England. Actual weapons. Get some bloody 810 Warhogs in the bloody state, for Christ's sake. So the cartels that don't F with us. That's simple. And then, of course, on another battleground, as in the political battleground, McCarthy won. The House Speaker. Took him 14 times to actually get the votes. At that point, I think those were just pity votes. They voted for him out of pity because they wanted to go home. I mean, think of it. After the first vote, okay, maybe try again. After the fifth vote, okay, this is just silly. After the 10th vote, they were like, please, I want to go home. I haven't seen my kids in probably 3 days. And after the 14th vote, they just were like, okay, let's just vote for him so I can go home. I'm bloody hungry. Because there's no way that McCarthy could have won, by popularity. It's kind of like that Family Guy episode when Chris wins, prom king, but instead of because everyone likes him, it's because they pity him. And to be honest, I pity McCarthy. Mostly because of his last name. McCarthy, like the McCarthy trials during the 1950s. He thought he could be as big as that McCarthy. But in reality, he's as pathetic. He's literally his favors. He was saying, "Oh, if you vote for me, I'll do this. If you vote for me, I'll do this." Yeah. A lot of politicians say that. A lot of politicians would say, "If you vote for me, I will give you this. If you vote for me, I will give you something else. If you vote for me, I will give you something completely different." And then once they get in power, suddenly 4 years in, nothing happens. Nothing happens. 8 years in, nothing happens. Nothing happens. And then the next guy happens, and then oh no, nothing happens again. It's the same with other politics. If a politician's promise a difference, if a politician promises your enemy and you different things, they're not on your side, either side, because he wants to help Democrats and Republicans, even though we hate each other because we want a secure border. They don't. We want to actually protect our children. They don't. We want to cut spending so that we actually have enough to not go bankrupt. They want to spend billions and billions and billions and billions, send it all to Ukraine, and then Ukraine sends it right into their back pockets. So yeah, that's going on with McCarthy. And in other news, Harry, and I don't call him Prince Harry because that would be an insult to all monarchies everywhere, because for someone who says we want to keep our private lives private, he constantly boasts about everything he does. I call him the Hunter Biden of the UK because the things he says is something that Hunter would say. About the woman and the other stuff I can't say on YouTube because for old what's her face over at HQ, Suzanne, a lot of other bullets thrown on the UK. But that's not important. Who cares about the monarchy? We haven't cared about the about the British monarchy since 1776. Why should we care now? It's nothing more than just rubbish. In other really important news about the Ohio murder thing, there's small stuff going on about that. Not much to report at the moment because it's not as big as a Mexican Civil War, not as big as the House Speakership. Somehow not, but I think it's more important than Prince Harry. Also, I call him Lazy Harry because he's lies on everything. So yeah, so far the new year is going straight into the shite. In this video, I'm trying to make sure it's not that long, but I just keep rambling on. I don't know when to shut up. Mostly because I just have so much to say in one short video. And I'm trying to make it short. So yeah, McCarthy is somehow House Speaker after 14 bloody tries. Mexico is indulging in a civil war. And so far, it's getting heated. More heated than usual. Prince Harry, and then Meghan, he's despicable losers. What is going on? The Ohio murders, the suspect is still in custody and they're doing a investigation. I hope whenever that happens, he's probably found guilty. I don't care about that at the moment. It's not my place because I don't live in Ohio, so it's more like a Ohio issue. You know, it's a state issue, so I have no say in the matter. I have no idea what's going on. But on the other off the topic subjects, so far, I can't think of anything else at the moment. I'm trying to make this video short. I keep having to explain that. But let's see, what else can we talk about? Mostly to do with some other nonsense going on in the political stuff. I can't think of anything, so maybe this should be the end of the video. I know this is more of an emergency vid because, you know, the whole thing in Mexico. So yeah, that's just not good. I'm sorry if it's really boring. I'm just trying to... I don't really bloody know. Okay, I think this should be the end of the video for now. If I think of something else, I might make a second video. Yes, I know. I said I would make at least one video a week. And we're still technically in the same week. But this was an emergency vid. Emergency vids are different than normal vids because of, you know, of how high the subject is. So, yes. People in Arizona and Texas, keep your rifle by your side. I don't care about Katie Hobbs. She's ruining everything in Arizona. And I hope by at least Monday or so, we will see where this, you know, the whole thing in Mexico turns out. If they do try to invade us, well, up here, they would not get a good reception. That's it for now. Have a nice day. And remember, God bless America.